Have you noticed that if you divide your time between two equal roles, you might work more than full time? I'm David Stiernholm, and in this week's episode of Done, I'll share how to structure your work when you have dual roles so you work the right amount of hours in each. But first, a reader asked me the other day what habits have the greatest impact on our efficiency. I shared my thoughts and recommendations with him and with you in a short post on the Structure blog. You'll find a link there in the show notes. Having two 50% roles easily turns into 140% work together. At least that's what my clients often testify. What should be part-time can grow into something more comprehensive. Of course, if you have dual roles, you want to allocate your time correctly between the two, whether the work swells or not. How can you assure this in a structured way? If both of your roles are suitable for strict time division, I would suggest doing so. At least for me, it gives me peace of mind to work with full focus on role A all day on Monday, knowing that I will be entirely devoted to role B on Tuesday. However, if urgent tasks arise in both of your roles from time to time that cannot wait until the next A shift, you may risk feeling scattered. You could feel stressed because the urgent matter is still pending, or because you are working on the urgent matter instead of the other role. I want to feel free to work on the right task at the moment, regardless of which role it belongs to, and still dedicate the appropriate amount of work to each role. How can this be achieved? Here's a suggestion. Do this. First, create a hypothesis, a first draft of when you will work on what during a typical week so you have something to base it on. Then, visualize what you have come up with so that you remember it. Write it down or book it in a template calendar, as you may have heard me discuss. Then, in your everyday life, work with a role that is scheduled according to your decision. But in the moment, if something urgent comes up in the wrong role, so to speak, allow yourself to work on the task that currently has the highest priority, regardless of which role it belongs to. To ensure you don't work 70 plus 30, or 70 plus 70, or any other incorrect distribution between the two roles, log how much time you spend on each role. Make it easy with a service like toggle.com, for example, and then periodically check the distribution to see if you should spend more time on a role you have neglected. Because by dividing your time in a planned manner, allowing for flexibility and logging your time, you ensure that you dedicate the right amount of time to each role without being rigidly bound to a plan you made once. In my opinion, you get the best of both worlds. Have you solved the problem of role distribution differently? Write to me at david@stiernholm.com and tell me about it. Perhaps you have found a clever trick that I can also benefit from. Thank you for today and see you again next week.